What in the world?
Hey, man, that's jamming.
Right, I don't know what that was. The Prophetic Podcast. Welcome back. I'm your host, Drew. Today, man, we got somebody special in the studio. This guy here, man, Earl. Right. Earl has almost, 1 million followers on TikTok?
Something like that. Something like that.
Rapping Black Father, because I'm a Black Father, too.
Right on.
Come on, man.
Right on.
And he drove in from San Antonio, Texas.
I did.
Come on. Was the traffic bad?
No.
Okay, I'm surprised you
sir.
in Dallas. Pull a little close to your face and we good. You're in Dallas. That traffic should be kind of bad, but usually you were good, though.
I was good.
Well, welcome in, man. Good. Welcome. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Glad to have you in. All right, man. So we met because of Talia, actually. How do you know that? That's the first question I wanted to ask you. How y'all know each other?
We're family.
Family. Okay, so that's the part I missed. Okay.
Her husband is my cousin.
Oh, word.
Right.
Wasn't he supposed to be here with you?
Well, he's busy, man. Family emergency.
Hey.
Death in the family, man. He had to fly out. He had to fly out.
Oh man, hey
right.
man, my condolences, man. We love them, man. They're so awesome.
Right. Thank you.
I've known her for quite a long time, so yeah, man.
Both of them dope, man.
Both of them dope. Her dad was my mentor.
Really?
Yeah, I was pre-med for a while.
Man,
and I was
okay.
I was doing like an understudy in his clinic for a while, and so that's how I met.
I never got a chance to meet him.
He was such a good dude, man. He was hilarious. That dude had a really cool sense of humor. He was funny, man, but nice guy. That's where she gets it from. That humble nature, she got it from him. So yeah, man.
Yeah, she's great, dog.
She's great. They both are. So man, let's talk about you, man. First things first. I saw you wearing some Cowboys gear.
I do often.
Are we going to the Super Bowl or what?
You a Cowboys fan?
You already know. Come on now.
I knew I liked you.
No, yeah, for a reason.
And we always going to the Super Bowl.
Man, after this last week's practice, I don't know, man. These last few weeks been kind of rough, man.
I haven't seen anything. I've been working like crazy.
Man.
I haven't caught I didn't catch the preseason game.
We got one of the best teams, but we just got to get in sync.
I'm excited.
I think we're gonna be all right.
I'm excited. I don't say stuff like think, Drew. We don't say stuff like think.
We don't. Yeah, well, you know what? Earl is so positive.
Yeah, we know we're gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah,
we're gonna be all right. Okay. You a boxing fan too?
I'm not a boxing fan, but I watched Earl.
Okay,
I watched it.
Yeah, man.
I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the fight.
Oh, I had a fight party for it. Man, that night was tough.
He's gonna be all right. I'm gonna pray for him.
I'm gonna pray for him. He's gonna be all right, though,
He's still great to me.
Yeah, of course.
But shout out to Bud though.
Bud is a beast.
He got
that man. That boy, them tools.
Right.
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
I don't like how they dogging Earl like that.
No, man.
How many fights he lost?
One. That's it. That's the
and
first time
he didn't lose. He didn't lose his fight.
It's the first time he got knocked down in his career.
It's a lesson, man. He learned. So next time, I think he'll be ready.
I think he'll be fine. It's the first time. It was the first time to hit the mat for everybody, man. And that was the fight that it probably should have happened because it's two great fighters. So yeah, man. So are you originally from San Antonio?
I'm not from San Antonio. I'm from Orange, Texas. Is where I'm from.
Orange, Texas. Okay.
Kendrick and I both. Talia's husband. We're from Orange, Texas, and that's on the south. That's Southeast Texas. Right on the border of Louisiana.
Oh, down the south.
Last city in Texas. And I'm literally 5 minutes from the state line.
Okay, so my grandfather, God rest his soul, left land out that way. Not in Orange, but around that area, southeast, like right there about it. So I'm familiar with the area because we used to go down there when I was a kid. Ain't nothing but trees.
That's right.
So you're a country boy. Or would you consider yourself a country boy?
You can say that.
Because I know he country.
A little bit.
When he was sitting there, I was like, I can hear that twang, man.
Yeah, we something like that.
So how did your social media career start? Because like what you do is amazing. Like I watched. If you probably seen the likes, I'm just sitting there. I could just scroll all day, bro. You got so much cool stuff, and you're a girl dad as well. So it's easy for me to tie in because I'm a girl dad too. So, but how did your social media career start?
Well, I didn't set out to start this.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I got the TikTok app. Let me tell you this. At first, I thought TikTok was for children. Like, the little girls get on there dancing and whatnot.
If you give it a little bit, just a little bit.
All right.
There you go. You
I'm
good.
All right.
You good.
So originally, I got the app to put music to my videos because I play a lot of sports.
Word.
I play flag football.
Okay.
I'm always hooping.
Okay.
So I go out there making videos, dunking and stuff. So I want to put some music on there.
Okay.
Be like Mike music.
Okay, I feel you.
That's why I got TikTok.
Okay.
Now one day I posted a video of my little boys and I walking in, iced over. I don't remember the last time the ice was real bad.
Yeah.
So we were slipping in the ice, and that particular video went viral.
Really?
It did, and
it's like you never know which one it's gonna be.
I
That's
didn't
the
mean
weirdest
for it to.
part.
I didn't set out to do that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just like wildfire.
Okay.
And my daughter was born, and that took off.
Okay. So, and you have how many kids?
I have four children. Yes, sir.
And how old are they?
Each age 9.
Okay.
That's my big boy.
What's up, EJ? Cameron.
Cameron is 7.
All right, what's up?
Sugar. Her name is Jaslyn. I call her Sugar. That's my baby girl. My only daughter.
Okay.
She's 3. And my cool one, Drew. That's my baby boy.
Yeah.
Same name as you.
Same name as me.
He's
Drew's
1.
Cool. Hey.
He's 1.
That's what's up, man.
That's my shadow right there, man. That's my shadow. He would be here now, but he was with mother right now.
That's all right, though. That's all right, though. We got time. You can always come back.
I will.
Welcome back anytime,
I'll introduce you to him later on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So how's it being a girl dad, man? The girl dad, because I only have one, and it's a girl, so.
Man. I don't have anything. You already know. But I can only speak on my experience. It's the best thing in the world, man. I mean, when I look at her.
It is.
When I look at all of my children, I cry. They know that. Often.
Kids make you cry, baby.
They do. They make me cry.
I cry daily.
I cry all the
man.
time. But
yeah.
Being a girl dad is a little different for me having boys because I can't. Not that I don't whip my kids. I'm real stern with my boys. But with her, I have to tone it down a lot of notches.
Learn that, man.
I have to.
Yeah, they don't respond the same way as boys do. Yeah,
some people don't understand that. They think because of how I handle her, I may have a favorite. And I don't.
It's not that. It's just that women respond differently than men.
Right.
In general. So, yeah, you have to approach it that way. I got you.
So it's love with all of them. But with her, it's more gentle. Way more gentle. I'm gentle with all of them, but with her, it's just different. You understand?
Oh, of course, man. It's having a girl has been, you question everything you do.
Right.
Everything you do.
You asking the questions, I understand.
You can ask me whatever you want to.
I got one. How old is yours, you mama?
She turns 2 in a few weeks.
Wow.
Her birthday's on Kobe Day, the 24th of August. Yeah.
Man.
It's man, I'm feeling it. Yeah. She be doing stuff now. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, and I try not to think.
They just randomly start doing stuff around 2, man. Like, it just gets crazy.
Rolls her eyes at me.
Yeah, she just stands there and look. I say, hey, Kennedy, come here. And she'll just look at me. I said, now, come on. And she'll just, I said, oh, really? Wow, we here. Okay,
I'm learning.
Man,
I'm
climbing
learning how
on
to say,
stuff,
sit
man.
down. And I'm learning. I'm getting there gradually.
They don't listen. Like maybe it's because they haven't comprehended what you're asking yet, and I think it's more of that. I don't think it's them defying you. They're not old enough to know what that means. But yeah, that 2-year-old phase, boy, you've been through it, so you know it's rough.
It is.
I just got started. I can't wait for 3.
It's gonna get greater later.
It will, man. It will. So, what's your favorite part of parenthood? Well, why we here?
My favorite part would have to be the fact that I get to mold young humans.
Yeah.
Into good humans.
Yeah.
Great people. That's my goal, is to make great humans. I can't live for them. I can't live for my kids.
Yeah.
I can give them everything to my knowledge that I think that they need. You know, I don't know everything now. Yeah. But I know growing up, I can tell you what they don't need.
When you were growing up, did you have someone in your life like that? I didn't have my dad.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I didn't have a father.
I feel like it's like a part of our story. It seems like far too often. So, so did that impact? How does that impact how you parent?
That would definitely be the biggest reason why I am who I am. Because
I'm the same way, man.
But I had a mother. Yeah. I had a mother who did the absolute best that she could.
Likewise.
Man, she did. And being an adult, I understand like the single parent household. She held it down.
Honestly, that is one of the driving forces to work through things, man. Because I've been through the single parent household. Even when I had a stepdad, it was still a single parent household, and so I understand far too well how that feels.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
You whatever you
said the stepdad. You know.
Yeah.
I had somebody there for years. He was consistent. He was there now.
Yeah.
So he was the closest thing to a father that I had. Mm-hmm. I had uncles, but this guy was there. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Rocky. That's his name. Yeah. I still keep in contact with him today.
Yeah, God rest my stepfather. So his name was Bright, but he was cool. When he was on, he was on. When he was off, he was off though.
Right.
So it is what it is. But so pivoting real quick, how's your TikTok journey been?
Man, amazing.
56, almost 60 million likes, almost 1 million followers. What is that even like? I be looking.
I looked at you like, Drew, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah, this dude is doing it. So what's that like though?
It's cool, man. It's rewarding.
Is it?
At times, because the guys reach out, the young women reach out, and they want advice.
Yeah.
From me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I know it all. And I'm the first to tell I don't know it all.
Yeah, we're always learning.
I do not know it all, but I can help you out, especially with the young guys who have the children.
Yeah.
I can't see my kids, man. What do I need to do? And I can walk them through that.
Yeah.
What to do, that's the best part. And sometimes they tell me that they want to be a better father. They've been slacking. They haven't been doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And then they'll see a video of me and Drew. Yeah. And that'll make them want to be closer to their kids.
Yeah.
And then I just stress to them how important that is, because as you know, growing up without a father.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes I think about it still today, but I'm good. But when I was a young boy,
but you see how it could have impacted you earlier, though.
right?
Like having that father figure there, and this is not to get back to, but yeah, we're still talking TikTok, but still having that father figure there along the way could have changed things. I feel like it could have expedited some things too, because you're figuring out things as a man without having a man to teach you those things. So your mom can't teach you how to be a man. Like the world is now teaching you how to be a man. So I definitely know what you mean.
And that's why we're being the men that we are today.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah.
But back to TikTok, man, it's been amazing. I go to the malls, stores or whatever.
Oh, you reached that point.
I see people coming that run up to me, right? And at first, it shook me up because I wasn't used to that. Running up on where Sugar at? I'm like, hey man, say,
right?
Yeah, run up on you real quick.
Man, I've had people ask for pictures of my daughter. Hey, send pictures of your daughter. Hey, whoa.
See, I can't. I'm not there.
I'm not playing like that though.
I'm not playing with y'all. I don't think I'm never gonna get.
Man,
I allow myself to be out there. I understand what comes with the internet.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why sometimes I don't want to be rude to nobody.
Exactly.
Because I choose to put my life out here.
Yeah.
And I will say this: it's more positive than negative.
I've had mostly positive. You get the negative because that's part of it.
Right.
I've had that experience where people walked up and said, and I think it was the Venus Fest. She was there too. There was a lady that walked up and said, "Hey, I'm from I forget what state it was, but she was, I love the show." I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because your analytics will tell you that people listen to other places, right?
Right.
You don't ever see them though. Like you don't get to see these numbers. They're just not just numbers, but when you're looking at a logistics and stuff and all that, you don't know who's who, right? So I've had people walk up and say, I was like, "Oh, that's weird." The first time it happened, it is very strange.
Man, but
knew my name and the things I like. I'm like, what the fuck? That's so weird.
And I try not to be disrespectful because I tell you, I didn't understand at first.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand the following. I didn't understand what was the big deal. Like I said, I didn't set out to be an influencer, anything like that, content creator.
You were just doing your life.
I learned to respect it though, because that following means something.
It means a lot. It means monetization. It means growth. It means views. It means opportunity. It means a lot of things.
Shout out to Country Wayne, Bubba Dub.
Oh, you know Country Wayne?
I don't know him personally, but I'm saying I used to wake up and I want to go watch a Country Wayne video.
Yeah, so
and
you said you became that.
Right. I'm not saying I'm not. Hold on, which camera is it? I'm not comparing myself to nobody. I'm just saying, like, I know that there's creators out there that I look forward to watching their videos. I'm like, man, I really, and some people look at me like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be disrespectful because I would hate for Country Wayne to stop, posting videos because I like that.
It's funny that you say that because you don't know that you're inspiring people till they tell you. You think, I don't know how you personally feel, but when we do this stuff, I do it because I love doing it. And I'm hoping it reaches the audience it's supposed to reach, but you never really know until people tell you how they receive it.
Right.
And I get those positive things like, man, I had to listen to you guys driving to work just to get some get grounded. Or I needed you guys to get me through some stuff. Or you talked about this particular topic with this person and it helped me in this way. Those moments for me mean everything. Even without the following or the money or whatever may come from all this stuff that we're doing. I mean, you reached out to me. From another city, right? And that's because of who I talked to. So, apparently it must have struck a chord in you too, right? So, yeah, I love that part of it, man. That's the part that I love. There's parts that I hate, though, but that's the part that I love. Hell yeah, I don't want to be up at 2 a.m. editing shit, but you got to, right?
You got to work.
But I love what we do, man. I love what we do. What's your driving force besides your kids?
My driving force besides my kids is that, honestly, man, my future. And you say besides my kids, but everything I do is essentially for my family.
Answer.
For my family. So I mean, my driving force is
them.
Is security later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my driving force.
What do you want your future to look like with all the media stuff? Do you have a game plan for what? Because I know you said you didn't get into this intentionally. Right. But now that you're in it, have you formulated a plan for what it looks like, 5, 10 years down the line, what you want to do with it?
Well, I don't have a concrete plan, but I mean, I'm taking baby steps towards. Yeah. I'm getting that plan in order right now.
Yeah.
So I want to eventually have merch, stuff like that. Yeah. I really don't have a concrete plan yet, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, of course. I'm looking at on the other side, on the influencer side, like what that looks like. Because, I guess technically we're all influencers if you're in front of a camera, right? But from what you do, you're directly reaching people with just your personal life, right? Like you don't come in the studio, you got this thing and you're going. Right. So what is your day-to-day like? I work just like you. I work with children with autism. Oh, nice. That's cool. I work with children with autism and traumatic brain injuries. I've been doing this for 10 years. Wow. I'm now a supervisor at that program where I work at. And, man, we just go day to day and we make sure these kids get the life skills that they need. Yeah.
Some of them are residential. Some of them just come in for the day and go to school.
Yeah.
But a lot of them live there.
Wow.
And then sometimes the parents send kids there with the behavior issues. They can't really deal with them.
So kids are your passion.
Kids are my passion.
It wasn't just your kids; it's kids in general.
Right.
Oh wow!
I told you, man.
That's beautiful.
I've been Uncle. Listen, I've been Uncle Earl for years.
Before all this stuff,
Before all this.
I didn't know what that meant though. So what constitutes being Uncle Earl? All
love,
these years, okay.
Love these kids.
Yeah,
I know what they need, man. You catch me outside the gym. My son play basketball. Hey, all the parents know when they go. It's a basketball game going on that day.
Yeah,
but we having a flag football game in the yard out there before the game or after the game.
Yeah,
gang of kids and me.
Wow,
stuff like that. When I was a kid, that's what I liked.
You wanted somebody to be there,
right?
And just that consistency too.
Yeah, the fun dude. That's me.
Yeah. So when you, man, let me hold on. Let me.
I don't know what you on now, Drew.
Hold on. Let me see which way I want to go.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
I'll ask you something lighter. So, what's your biggest gripe about parenthood?
My biggest gripe about parenthood, man.
And you're also your biggest gripe about TikTok too. I wanted to ask you both.
I got you. I got all. I'm just. Hey, anything you ask, I got to answer.
Right, let's go.
Now with my kids, I don't like to say mad. I don't like to say angry, pissed off. Mm-hmm. What disappoints me the most, I use that word with my boys, and I tell them things that I teach you, man. Like I'm trying to give you a story. I'll give you a story, man.
Okay.
My oldest son, man, I raised my boys a certain way. Mm-hmm. My sons have never, ever, ever disrespected me. Never. Mm-hmm. They don't do nothing out of the ordinary in front of me. Mm-hmm. I got a call one day, and I was told that my oldest boy frowned his face up, balled his fist up. He was upset. Now listen, he was just mad at his mother, you know. Mm-hmm. Man, that did something to me. I didn't like that. But I didn't whip him, like I said. But I had a long conversation with him, and I didn't just yell at him. I asked him why it was that he did that. And he explained himself.
Funny you said that. Someone told me this, and it wasn't on the show. It was someone just, I think in maybe my work life at some point said that they always like to ask. Oh, no, actually, Michael Sean told me this. He was sitting right in that seat, and he said, I always ask my kids the why.
Right.
I always try to challenge them to think about what they did. And I thought that was beautiful. So this is the second time I've heard that. So, and I use that too. So because
why do you use it?
Because I know what it's like when you're told why you did what you did. Exactly. I know what it's like when you're told why you're wrong and that you don't have a voice. You know, when you have a single parent household, there isn't that balance to allow for that type of interaction, right? A lot of times it's everything's happening so fast that your mom might be trying to get the food ready. You know, she got work. You got to get ready for school. And there might not just be the time to sit and talk about why you did what you did.
Right.
You go to your room, you know, or yes, you know, go get the belt.
Like
it's all these quick responses, but from that and then me going through therapy all these years, I've been equipped with these tools to ask the why.
Right.
You know what I mean? To give space to, even though she's only 2, she can't tell me why. You know, she can't, blah, 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 blah.
It's on the way.
But it's on the way. You know, she emotes in other ways, right? She shows you her frustrations in other ways. And so I will sit down and I practice it now, just talking to her. You know, what's going on? Like, come here, you know, let's talk. Or she'll sit on my lap and we'll just talk. And now she'll answer me, blah, 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 blah. You know, they don't.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no real words coming out. But we have this rapport now where she knows, okay, we're going to talk about it.
Beautiful word.
Yeah. So I've tried to build that rapport with my daughter so that she knows that daddy is going to be there and that she can talk to me. Because the way I figured it too is like, I don't know if it's happening, but growing up, man, like there became a point where I didn't tell my mom everything because I knew I was about to be in trouble.
Right.
So I didn't tell her. I just let her find out on the back end, which is horrible. She's still in trouble. But I wish I'd have had sometimes those chances just to sit and talk about it and say, well, this is what happened. You know, this is what's going on.
Right.
And so I want her to know that from day one, like when you get to those points in your life where you can tell me what's going on, you should tell me what's going on. I don't want you running to the world to tell me your problems because we know what that looks like.
Right.
So I want her to understand there's therapy, there's me, there's your mom. Like you have options. So that's why I do it that way.
We got a lot coming.
We do?
Yes, sir. Because I feel like that. Mm-hmm. I do. I feel just like that. My worst fear is for my daughter or my kids to hide stuff from. Like I don't want them to hide nothing from me ever. Mm-hmm. I want them to be comfortable enough to come to me and talk to them about anything. Mm-hmm. So that's my goal. Just for them to come to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be looked at like the disciplinary because I'm everything. I'm not just that. Like I said, I don't whip them, but I will get on them. I'm stern with them. They understand when I look at them, they gonna listen.
Yeah.
I don't got no problems like that.
Yeah, man.
But I want my daughter to come up to me and, hey, Daddy, this X, Y, and Z. That's what I want.
Right. Because I mean, the boys and their dads, will have a rapport, but girls and their dads, it's different. Right. I want to make sure that she knows she has a strong father in her life. Right. It's important. Right. I told Talia and Kendrick, I was like, I don't want her to end up on a pole, bro. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but
no, it don't. True, that don't sound crazy at all. Listen, man, that don't sound. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I just don't. I know she was like, you can't control. I was like, I know I can't control her, but I just don't. I want to make sure I'm so deep into her life that she don't feel like she ever has to go run out and do nothing crazy.
I'm glad you said that because I wasn't gonna say nothing like that.
It's the truth. I don't want my daughter to dance. I've been to strip clubs. I get it. But now that I look back at it, it's like, man, that girl probably needed somebody to talk to at some point, therapy. Maybe it's her choice. I'm not knocking anybody's choices. But part of my why is like I don't want her to have to go out here and do anything crazy or find herself in a position where she feels like she can't come talk to me or she has to go, do things to get money or maybe things she's struggling. I want her to feel like she's got me no matter what. I don't want her to run to the world for her problems if she don't have to. You get what I'm saying? So,
and she's also your daughter. She's gonna look for you inside of some guy. If that makes sense.
She'll be looking for what she was lacking. Well, and a lot of times that does happen. Right. And that's not something we talk about enough, especially as dads, especially as black dads. Like we're not really seen as like the benchmark for fatherhood. And that's important to me too, because we're dads too.
You ever seen Bad Boys? Is it Bad Boys?
Mm-hmm.
You seen that?
Wait, part 2? When the kid came to the door?
Yeah, you seen it.
Oh, we're gonna be at the door too.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You ever see Den of Thieves? The 50 Cent and Gerard Butler?
I love that one.
That was better.
Yeah.
When he went in the garage and they was all working out?
Yeah.
I said, that's going to be us.
Yeah. I try not to think about it,
but it's coming. This is the world we live in. It's coming. Like you do TikTok, right?
Right.
There's going to be someone that's attracted to one of your children just based on their dad's notoriety. There's going to be somebody that goes after my daughter at some point because dad is whoever he is at that point, right? So, yeah, I take that very seriously. I'm practicing now to keep her whole and make sure that she knows she's got everything she needs right here at the house.
Right.
So what's your least, back to TikTok, what's your least favorite part of your social media life? Or what's the scariest part of it?
The scariest part is the obvious part. People.
The visibility.
People, man. I'm putting my kids out there, and sometimes I post videos where it may say that's school. I try to stay away from stuff like that. But just the thought of something catastrophic happening, or
you making someone upset. Which with your type of content, I don't see how you could upset anybody. But there's always somebody.
Drew, don't let me fool you. Now listen, if you watch me and us, follow us, sometimes people come at me negatively.
Really? But how?
Well,
you're putting out wholesome content. So
listen, Drew. I don't know how many followers I have. Almost 1 million. Mm-hmm. Somebody gotta hate you.
This is true too.
Everybody ain't gonna like you.
We've had people argue with us about the name. Well, you're not a church. I'm like, the name predates Christianity. Go back in your Greek lineage, man. Like
they got mad at you for the name?
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, you shouldn't be cursing and saying shit.
Somebody just mad at. Look,
I'm like, we're not a church. We didn't claim to be a tabernacle. We just what I'm saying. So there's always somebody that has something to say. But with you, it's weird because you're putting out the most wholesome content.
Don't matter.
Wow.
It don't matter. And so what I do is, man, I kill him with humor. I'm not gonna let him make me happy. I'm not putting no energy into no negative stuff.
No.
I'm not. So I often use humor. And they'll comment something. I will then look at the comment. I will make a video. I will talk to them with the comment there. And I'll let them. I do what I do.
This might be a good idea.
That's what I do. I do it all the time. Yeah. I do it all the time. Well, look at you, Parent of the Year. And and it's a certain song I have on there. It's a sound, but it's always
so you lean into it basically.
God bless you, and I love you. I tell them something like that. Hey, Father, I follow you, follow me back. God bless you. After I tell them what I tell them.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes they'll send me, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Of course you didn't.
No, because people are just they're reactionary.
Right.
They're just so quick to say something, but you can't take it. Well, now you can take it back with the way we edit things, but technically it's out there.
And for some reason they think that you don't see that. They think that, he'll never say nothing to me. I don't know why
they think you don't see it because because you're following this. I mean, you had a video that had 56 million views or 60 million views. I was looking at this last night. So when you see stuff like, they're probably thinking with this number of views, he ain't gonna pay attention to me.
Yeah, I got 2020.
Oh, you got to.
I see it. I see everything.
I read it all. I respond to none of it, but I read it all.
Right.
Just because you never know what you need to be aware of what's being said. It could be detrimental to you. So yeah, I do read, but I don't respond to none of that stuff, man. Right. You're better than me. I don't.
You don't say nothing.
I might say something here, like the person that probably is listening to this, and I talked about the church. He know who he is.
Well, God bless him. Whoever you are, God bless you, man. You're gonna be all right. Pray for Mr. Drew. He'll pray for you. That's what you got to do. You can't sit there and
we'll say a prayer for him.
Right. Amen. Let the church say amen.
So TikTok's been good to you, man.
TikTok has been a blessing.
So what happens when you get to that level of followership and that level of views? Does anything change monetarily?
I mean, they'll pay you.
Wow.
Pay you a little bit.
Wow. But it takes a while.
It takes a while. You got and originally I say this too. I didn't get in it for money.
Yeah, of course not.
Actually, I said no to money. It's a true story. I know it's stupid. This may sound crazy.
I know that. So when I was talking to the owner here in the studio just a minute ago, in the other room over, we were talking about monetization things, right? But I can't say what. But I told them I had someone offer. I won't say the amount, but to come sit on the couch. I told him no. And he was like, why? I said, because I need to talk to my accountant. This is a registered entity that I have. So I have to talk to my accountant to make sure that if I'm charging people, at that point, you make yourself more liable and open to things going wrong. So I want to make sure if I'm taking cash or money, it's proper. So
right.
That's why I deny the money. Ain't that I don't need the money. I'll take the money. But
right.
I need to do it right.
so I understand that. Yeah, I just at the time I felt like I was I didn't want to use my kids, profit off of them. That's how I felt at first.
I did too. Okay, because I want to do some personal. So I have a personal content. I am Andrew Childress Jr. is my IG. Nothing crazy. Okay. But it's like stuff of us going to the zoo and that people love that shit. Like you go to the zoo, right. Same zoo been in Dallas for 40 years, man. Like it's just the iPhone taking a picture of it. It ain't no different, right? But little stuff like that. But I was like, man, I don't like putting her out there. If I do, I don't put it out in real time. Mm-hmm. You know, I've seen a lot of these instances with, for instance, the guy that got shot in the chicken shack out in California, the rapper that died. His location was on, or like Pop Smoke died. His location was on. Like, so I don't post anything in real time. So you'll never know where I am.
I gotta be more like that. See,
that's the real time.
I had to get like my woman, my significant. She's like that.
Real time.
She's like she keeps me on game, on point. Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this.
Never in real time.
There's a street. I'll take a picture, man, and it's something small as a street sign.
People be watching.
Like she'll tell me, don't do that.
And even if it is a street sign that street was on, you won't know. By the time you get there, I've been gone 2 days already. Right. So I post everything.
I guess you could say I was kind of oblivious to.
It's the social. Well, I figured that. Well, once I started seeing people get got or robbed or shot because their location was on Instagram, I left my phone on by accident, threw it on the couch. Our location is on so many of these things.
I don't look at my.
Man, when I set this new phone up, it asks you for location on all these different apps. I said only when I'm using it. That's the baby.
She's beautiful, man.
Yeah, right. With the spaghetti all on the face.
Indeed. Yes,
y'all want to see spaghetti? Where's the camera?
Yeah.
Look at Kendi with the.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Look at little spaghetti on her face.
Look at God. Ain't nothing but God.
And my parking is off, Jesus. But I learned the hard way, man. Like just watching them. Wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes. So I was like, you know what? If that's how people are getting got, I'm not going to put her in that situation or myself or my family. So you don't know where I live. You don't know where I be. So whenever we go out and do things, I post all that shit a day later. And plus, I want to go home, mess with the video, and edit it, and do all the stuff that you see.
Man, and I had to start taking this. Shout out to her too. Mm-hmm. Shout out to me. I had to start taking that serious because of her. I didn't at first.
Especially for you because you're at almost 1 million followers. That means there is almost 1 million humans, some probably bots because that's the world we live in, but there's a vast majority of that that's actual people, and you have no idea where they are. They could be anywhere in the world. And you could be anywhere in the world, and if you post in real time, people are treacherous. That's how I look at it. I know that a lot of it's going to be positivity, but there's somebody always thinking about the opposite side of life too, right? So for me, that's why I don't do it.
I understand.
Take that with you.
I understand. And somebody watching this gonna question me. They're not gonna understand why it is that I don't have a toothpick in my mouth right now. See, I didn't want to be disrespectful to you.
The toothpick? Oh, be you.
But see, I keep one.
Where is that? You need it?
I don't need it. If you got one, don't offer me no toothpick.
I ain't no toothpicks. I got my Beats if you need them.
I'm good, man. I'm having withdrawals right now, but out of respect for you, I left my toothpick in the car.
You did jump off the elevator. I look around like, bro, you look fine.
I needed my toothpick.
This is supposed to be the most humble, relaxed space in the world, man.
And it is.
We're not on ABC. Shout out to them, but we're not on syndicated television. This is us. So
I owe you an apology too.
What's up?
I do. I can't lie. I don't know how to lie.
You owe me an apology for what you did.
I'm gonna tell you what I did.
What'd you do?
I did a podcast yesterday with Kendrick. I did a podcast yesterday with Kendrick.
Kendrick, why you didn't call me, man? I told y'all I would come over there. What's wrong with y'all?
Well, hey, we did the podcast, and I was like, I'm talking. I love my cousin, man.
Yeah, he cool.
And I told him, I said, I'm gonna do this podcast. It's gonna be fun because that's my cousin. I know my cousin.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like, I'm gonna do Drew's tomorrow. Now, at the time, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You just some dude. All right.
Yeah,
I respect you though.
Yeah.
And I like your work. I
appreciate you, man.
But at the same time, man, I'm not gonna have no relationship with this man. I feel like I know you.
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm easy to get to know.
Well, I'm saying just from right now.
I appreciate you, man.
It's easy.
Bro, this is me all day.
It's just as easy doing this as it was talking to him.
That's awesome because this is really me. Like a lot of people get on camera and they lie and they put up a facade. I got too much shit going on to try to pretend to be something I'm not when this shit turns on. Because then when it turns off, I got to be something else. Like, that don't matter to me. This is me.
That's just props to you. That's why I'm trying to get,
it's easier to be me than anybody else. Right. I like being me. It's cool.
Ain't nobody
ups and downs. I like being me.
Dr. Seuss said, ain't nobody youer than you. That's what Dr. Seuss said.
I like that. I appreciate you for saying that. And shout out to you, too. I mean, like I said, I appreciate you making the drive.
No problem.
I thought you was kidding. I told her, I was like, man, I don't know.
That I was playing? I was capping?
Man, bro, people do that.
Drew, do I got a cap on?
No, you don't.
I ain't playing. I was coming out here. I told you I was on the way. I was on the way. I promise.
No, I trusted what you said.
And the drive wasn't that bad. The drive wasn't that bad.
Me, I'm always nervous until the mark. That's just me.
Right.
It's pre-show jitters. As soon as that comes on, I don't care no more.
Right.
It all washes away.
Right.
But so what? You know what? You asked me a question. Let's play a game. What you want to know? I don't get to do this too often, so I'm gonna challenge you.
I'll ask you something, Drew. What's your biggest? What's your biggest fear, Drew? The biggest fear. I know what you're gonna say.
You think you know?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
My biggest fear in the world is leaving this earth not having provided for generations beyond me.
I knew you was gonna say something like that.
My grandfather, when he passed away, like I said, God rest his soul, he left land down in where you're at. You said Lower East Texas, down that way, Oakland, Kansas. He had land everywhere, man. He had businesses. He had all kinds of things. And so, growing up, seeing him going into the land with him in the summertime for like reunions and things every 2 years, we go down into the land. I thought that was cool, man. At the time, I didn't understand what I was looking at.
Right. You're
looking at equity, and at that age, you don't know what equity is. You just know Grandpa got some land. You don't know what that means. And so seeing like all the houses built on the land and a black community that was a family that didn't have to worry about the outside world, because a lot of times you've seen, Tulsa and there's been those types of happenings where we build these infrastructures and it gets destroyed, right? So
yes,
to see a black infrastructure intact and everybody was happy and riding four-wheelers shirtless and shit, I was like, oh, this is cool. They fish frying over there. They riding four-wheelers over there. They popping fireworks down there. Everybody's, the kids in this house, the old people in this house, the aunties over here getting drunk. Like, it was cool, bro. So to see that, I was like, oh, that's so, like, I want that. And that was inspiring to me. And then to sit and talk to him about his financial literacy and just to understand his mind. He was Masonic too, he's a Mason. So just to listen to that kind of guy talk, we used to just sit around, drink whiskey, and listen. I'd listen to him, bro. He'd just tell me shit.
That's a blessing.
And
man.
so yeah, up until the day he died, we were talking about shit. Like even when I went to go see him the day he died, and I had an exam today. He died. He's like, well, how was your test? I was like, I think I passed, but let's focus on the thing at hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, sorry. So it was always that, man. So he left me with that, like to do something to further generations of your family. And that's not just with knowledge. That's monetarily. Did he have all the tools? No. Was he perfect at it? No. Did he have all the knowledge before him? No. But he did teach me that, is to make sure that you make the next generation's lives and futures that much better. So for me, my biggest fear is leaving this earth not having done that.
Right. Mm-hmm. I can respect it.
Yours?
Drew, the same thing. But I would have said not leaving my kids, my biggest fear would be leaving my kids in a bad situation. Basically the same thing you said.
Yeah, man.
That's my biggest fear.
Yeah,
right there. My family, my woman, my kids, I would hate to leave them in a bind.
Secondly, is something going wrong with health. So, like this thing right here got to go, right? Like I'm not the biggest dude, but
I don't know what you're talking about, Drew.
Y'all don't see that out there? Okay, whatever. But for me, I'm like, man, I want to, because I played soccer up to college. I played sports, so I was always an athlete. So
play soccer?
Yeah, soccer, golf. I played it all, man. So for me, just being unhealthy, I never want my daughter to have to take care of me.
Right.
I know that may sound crazy because you age, we all get older. But I want to be in a financial scenario where if that's the case, then somebody else can do that. You just come see that. You don't got to stop your whole life to take care of me. So I've always wanted to make sure I'm healthy throughout this journey so that she doesn't have to and one day have to take care of me. To me, I don't want to burden my kid with bad decisions I made.
Sometimes I'm with it. I hear you. Sometimes I see people and they expect that. Like, I raised you, you got to take care of me.
That's such a ridiculous. We're not responsible for our parents. I had this conversation with my therapist on Wednesday, and we thoroughly agreed on that. Like, as a parent, your responsibility is to make sure that you leave your kids or your children with something to look forward to, something they can pass on. Hopefully that kid can pass on, and so on and so forth. But our responsibility isn't to burden our children.
Right.
That's not your responsibility. Is to teach them and instill things in them and motivate them and inspire them and groom them and grow them. And you don't be there for them. But my responsibility, I'm not her responsibility. What I look like asking her for shit at age 60, like, hey man, can you help your dad out? The fuck no, man. Like at that point, I want her to be like, my dad was solid, and when he left up out of here, he left me with a trust fund, a business, a LLC, property value, equity, essentially, right? He left me with morals, values, a moral compass. He left me with things that I can actually build upon. Not my job to burden her.
This is you saying this.
This is how I feel, yeah.
And let me tell you something about what you just said. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, this is coming from a selfless human. And the fact that you are who you are to your daughter, and if you have any more kids, they ain't gonna leave you like that. I'm telling you right now. If you good to them, they're not gonna leave you like that. They never gonna leave you like that. Not you. Some parents may get left like that.
I'm gonna be all the way real. It's because I give a fuck. That's the realest shit I can tell you. Like I give a damn.
Yeah, you want some gummy bears? Your daughter bring you gummy. You getting gummy bears.
Know what she'll do when she's eating whatever the hell she's eating? She'll take one and then she'll get on my lap and put it in my mouth, and I'm like, this shit is wet, but cool.
I'm talking about when you're 106 years old, and you want them gummy bears. Your daughter on the way. That's what I'm saying. She gonna drop everything. My daddy.
Yeah, man.
She ain't gonna leave you hanging.
Yeah, man. And that starts now though. That starts when they're young. That's not something that you work on later. That's a lifelong thing. Right. I want to have a lifelong partnership with my kids. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you too.
You're selfless, man.
Hey, black dads, man. We out here.
Right on.
In case y'all didn't know, we actually out here.
Sometimes they don't like when you say that.
What, black dads?
I feel like sometimes they don't like that, right?
Man, it's like if you put black in front of anything, all of a sudden it gets villainized. But no, we're saying that because we don't get enough notoriety, and not that I need it, but I hate that we're all seen as this stereotype that don't take care of our kids, because I've experienced that, and you have too. Man, but it doesn't mean that that's the norm. Like, I want that generational curse to be gone. Like, I want her to know, no, this is what a father is. Amen. I don't give a shit if I'm black, white, pink. Right. Dad is dad. Right. And this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to do it.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Keep it 1 million with me real quick.
Of course, always.
I'm going to tell you how I used to feel. This is when I first had EJ, my oldest son. Yeah. People used to always praise me. I'm talking about, oh, my God, look at you, and how I'm so proud of how you are with him. This is when I had EJ. Mm-hmm. Man, I used to get so mad. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about I used to get family. I would never. I went off.
I kind of feel like I know what you're about to ask me.
I went off. I used to get mad. Yeah. Because I would be like, what you expected? Yeah. Like, what you thought I was gonna like? The fact that I'm taking care of my son. Man, let me tell you. The fact that I'm here in his life.
Let me tell you a quick story about this dude I used to work with. I'm not going to say no names, what he looked like, who he was, but you know who you are if you listen. I'm sure you do.
God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you, but still. One day I was at work, and I was so happy that we were expecting, right? Right. First of all, you never hear us say we're expecting. Like, but that's what it is. We were expecting our first child, right? And the dude asked me, "Are you sure it's yours?" He's lucky I had that badge and that uniform on that day, because it would have been up for him. But I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I was like, are you insinuating I don't know? I mean, I'm trying to figure out where are we going with this? Mm-hmm. I was like, absolutely, it's my child. And I claim that child, and I love that child, and they didn't even hear it. What do you mean by that? He's like, oh, I was just playing. I was like, that's not funny, bro. Because if you knew the history of how we've been treated as fathers and how our parental life is seen in the public eye, based on all the shit the media puts out and all these negative connotations that are spewed our way, that ain't funny to me. I was like, I take that shit seriously. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Right, as you should, man.
Yeah, I've experienced that where like people didn't take your parenthood seriously, man. Like I still experience that.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say that they didn't take my parenthood seriously. Mm-hmm. It's just like I said, my mother did the best she could. Yeah, and I ain't gonna elaborate. But I grew up in a tough environment.
Right.
I had a good side to that environment too.
Right.
But I grew up where it wasn't so
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
and a lot of my family, they know how I grew up.
Yeah.
They know. I guess coming from that, you got kids out there that's either gonna lean towards that or they gonna go in the opposite direction.
Right.
That. And me, I went in the opposite direction.
Right.
Which is why I'm 38 years old, and I ain't never drank, I ain't never smoked, and I never tried nothing. Never. I ain't never tried.
Had
I ain't never
alcohol
had
in your life.
Drew, I'm windmill dunking right now.
The last dude I talked to don't drink it. How are y'all? I like my beer. I mean, as you
Nothing
see,
wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with
Shout out
it.
to Celestial
Shout
Beer
out
Works.
to all.
Hey.
Shout out to all the drinks.
They got water though. They got sparkling water. They got CBD water. They got all that. So if you want to go get some water, they got water. They got tacos. So,
Nah,
I like my beer, but beer for me is I have a science background,
right?
A biology background. So for me, beer is it's a different thing. It's really for me the science behind it. So that's why I like to taste the palate, like how they put it all together. Because I can literally walk through the beer that's just me though. But
you different.
I like to taste. I don't go to get drunk. I like the taste of it. I like the science. That's it.
You literally study your beer.
Oh, I've had. I think I've said this before. I think I've had somewhere in the ballpark of 700 plus beers in my lifetime, and they're never really the same thing twice. And from every corner of the world I can find it, I get it.
I feel bad because I ain't had one. My Uncle Reggie gave me one time when I was 8.
You don't got to join us, man. It's just something I like, bro.
Uncle Reggie made me drink beer. He made me. I said, "Can I have a sip?" And then he made. If you sip, you gonna drink the whole thing. I was 8. I was like 7, and I tried it and I threw up.
Good for you.
It was Budweiser.
Oh yeah, that's trash. That's why.
I ain't never had that.
This behind me ain't that. I mean, this is all empty, but this ain't that. So, has your family congratulated you on your success? How are they taking all your stuff that
Honestly,
you do?
Drew, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They don't
support.
I'm not saying they don't support, but it's really not even. It's like they don't even know. Honestly,
how?
Because I don't go broadcasting it.
True too. There's that too.
I don't sit here and say, "Oh, I'm this," and I don't do that. You run into me, I'm finna handle you like I always handle anybody else.
You remind me of me because people tell me that you should pop. People say you should pop your shit more. I'm like, no, I just do this because I love it, man. And it's gonna reach who it's supposed to reach. Should I tell people more? I probably because you're doing something that's positive and notable.
Right.
But that's not how I operate. I just do it because I love it. I love having conversations with people that have great things going on. They can bring things to me, and I can tell them things too. I love inspiring people and having the conversation, especially with people of color, because that's where it's at. Like, we don't get enough of this. So that's for me. That's what it is. I could care less if my family supports or not. It'd be great. But if you're not going to support, well, whatever. I still got to record every other Saturday, so what's up?
I hear you. It's a beautiful thing you're doing, though, man.
You think so?
I know so,
I appreciate that, man.
It is.
I keep hearing that.
It is.
I appreciate that, man.
And with the TikTok and all that, like I said, man, I don't TikTok like the trends, all the trends that everybody does.
So you're not doing the little.
I don't be. I need to start. Listen, I need to start doing it. So
you don't need to. You already off the bread. You start doing dances. It might.
Right, and I do what I do. I've been doing this.
Yeah.
I post videos of my kids.
Yeah.
And that's just. It's not nothing I have. I don't. Hey, you sit down, EJ, and you do this. Cameron, you do. I don't do that. My
favorite one is the one. I mean, it has a ton of views. It's the one where you're sitting in the car with your daughter. Y'all aren't even doing that much. It's so simplistic. But I showed it to my girl last night actually, and she was just like, "Oh, she's so cute." I said, "That's why I got 60 million views right there. That's it. Every single. That's it. That's all it takes." She like. I was like, they're not even. In my head, I'm like, they're not doing anything out of the norm.
Man, I'm just sharing my joy with everybody else.
And we need more of that in the world because a lot of things that we see that are surrounding us don't look like that.
Right.
When you look at these reports or you see all the things in media, it don't look like that. You see the salacious bullshit. You see, what's this Zeus Network bullshit. You see VH1 crap.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, bro, go look at it. It's terrible.
Zeus?
Zeus Network is all the catty bullshit stuff that it's like VH1 on steroids. If you take all them shows like from VH1 that people love so much, Love and Hip Hop, all that, take that and just magnify it. It's worse.
I'm not going to even.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not going to do it.
Don't even do it. But when you see that kind of stuff in the world, it's like, man, what's counteracting that? What's the counter to that? And then
black culture?
Typically, yeah. But it's highlighted in a negative fashion. I hate that because I'm like, man, well, that's not all we are.
Me and my cousin
we are so much more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Kendrick talked about this for.
What'd y'all talk about?
This topic right here.
Because we're so. When I saw what you were doing.
Right.
and you look on across the board, there's a lot more of that stuff than what you do. We need more of what you do.
Right.
You know, the positivity, the family stuff, the inspirational stuff, the fatherhood, the parent, like all that stuff is important, man. So
that's why I do it.
That's why I agreed to do the conversation. Don't get me wrong. I've had other influencers want to have conversations, and I was like, no, because I'm not subscribing to that shit.
Well,
So.
do you know why I came out here?
No, I don't.
I didn't drive out here, Drew, to talk about new rap songs. Or I ain't drive out here to talk about none of that.
I'm not gonna lie, the Yo Gotti album that came out wasn't that bad, though. It wasn't that bad, though. But
Man,
no, what did you come out here for?
Talk about this.
That's what's up.
This why I came out here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the reason why I drove out here to talk about this. I know somebody's gonna see this. A bunch of somebody's gonna see this, and it's gonna touch them.
Let me pause you right there. It's not that somebody's gonna see this. He has almost 1 million followers. A lot of people are gonna see this. Thank you for, please, hey, all you million, if I can get about 1/10 of y'all to go follow us, we'll be all right.
And it's funny that it's easy to think that, right? He's gonna post this video, millions of people gonna see it, but see, it's a strategy to it, and I'm figuring
now, give
that
me
out.
the strategy.
I'm figuring it out.
Here we go.
I can't say your name. I can't advertise it because then the algorithm gonna get me.
Okay.
So yeah, they gonna make it to where 10 people see it.
When this thing stops, we gonna talk about it.
Oh, we gonna talk.
Okay, cool. I was getting some pointers from homeboy. Damn. I wish I could have introduced y'all to dude that just left.
It picks you, man. You can go hard out as you want.
Yeah.
It's gonna choose you. It's gonna choose you. Like you can do it all you want. You can do all you want to do. It's gonna pick. It's gonna choose.
Give me the tricks of the trade, man.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Organic is the way.
I think what we do is organic.
Organic.
I don't think any of it's forced at all.
Organic.
Like I told you, I can't pretend to be nothing else but me. So.
Pray at night.
Man, I prayed on the way here.
Do right by people.
I prayed last night.
Be good. Keep being good to them babies.
Yeah, and it's gonna
do
be
right.
all right.
I'm telling you, that's what I think. That's what. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's good fortune, man. Like whatever you put out, you get back. That's really what it is too. So
I think so, man.
Yeah, man. Well, hell, plug all your TikTok stuff before we get out of here. Before we wrap it up. Before I forget, go ahead and plug your stuff.
And you know what? Y'all gonna really laugh at me. I think it's Uncle Earl, Uncle_Earl 84.
We got phones for a reason.
Right.
I know mine. But
Uncle Earl 84. That's where I'm at.
And what's your Instagram?
Same thing.
Okay. All right.
Same thing.
What do you want to leave the people with before we get out of here? Before we wrap this thing, what do you want to say?
I just want to say, pray every night. Take care of them babies. Make sure you take care of them kids. Be good to people. That's it. Be good to people. Treat people how you want to be treated.
You know what Kendrick said?
What do you say?
Be good, stay in school. I'm never gonna forget that. I've said that several times. It's so funny, man. If you go back and look, I was like, he said, man, you put me on the spot. I'm just gonna say what Shaq said. I was like,
right. That's it, though. You know, that's Kendrick.
I need that clip.
He's
Hey,
like
John,
that.
give me that clip of him saying that.
Simplicity at its finest. It's my cousin, man. You know, but I would definitely say, like I said, man, just be good to people. You want something, work for it.
Yeah, man.
If you got a dream and you believe in something, go after it, man. Don't stop working on.
I think we're a testament. I know you are too. I think we're a testament to perseverance. Like I told the last guy, the last couple that came in recently, I'm a solo act now, right? I didn't build it to be that. I built it to be a brand that was a big team. You know, when you look at all these podcasts, these panels, you see people, multiple people. And then I looked at Joe Rogan. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go that route. You can do it. You can do it. I guess I look at Heart to Heart with Kevin Hart. I was like, I guess I go that route. Minus the wine and all that. I guess I go that route. So it's okay though. Right. It's just pivoting, man. So yeah, no, perseverance is what it is though. At that point, you can stop.
Yes, sir.
But I love it too much. So we prophetic. We in here. We gonna keep on going.
And you got a good thing going, man.
I appreciate
you good at what
man.
you do. You good at what you do.
I'm all right, man. I think I do okay. Becky, am I doing okay, Becky? Don't lie. She would tell me. She has told me when I did bad, so I like it. I like her. She's my audience.
She all right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
But as always, before I got here, shout out to Celestial Beer Works. If you guys head down there and tell them the Prophetic Podcast sent you, they will give you 15% off. We have some a live show coming with them this fall. I need to get you back in town for that. So it'll be a nice event. We got some things coming out that night. I can't tell you on air.
I'll come out here.
We got some shit going on that night. It's gonna be fun. Music, food, all kind of stuff. So it'll be a great time. But
I ain't drinking no beer.
They got sparkling water and CBD water. You drink CBD water? CBD water is cool.
CBD, look, I'm so CBD. What's
CBD
that?
don't get you high. It's the part of the plant that doesn't get you high. It's more for the relaxation and the medicinal side of it. So it's not gonna get you high.
You the first person. You made history today.
How?
Because you the first person that ever made me consider.
CBD water ain't bad.
To me, it is. I don't know what it is. Look.
They had lemon, terpenes, and CBD. It ain't bad. It's not bad.
Got some sweet tea in there. Dr. Pepper. That's my drink.
I'm sure they'll have that.
I'm there.
Haley's Eats will be there. Shout out to Haley's Eats. They'll be there.
Okay.
So they'll have tacos and all kind of stuff. So you don't gotta drink no beer, but we will have a beer coming out that night if you want to try it.
I'll look at it.
It's my first beer, man. Come on,
I can't, man. If I drink a beer, I'll be sleeping under that table with Miss Becky is.
Just look at it and say,
just
just waft it. Say, oh, that smells good. Okay, here you go. Have it back. Yeah, man. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you for coming in. Let me shake your hand.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
You got to come back up here. This was fun.
I'll be back.
As always, like I said, we appreciate you guys for listening. We hope that you grow. We hope that you learn. We hope that you evolve. And we hope that you come back and kick it with us all over again. I miss Trevor because he would say, we prophetic. But anyways.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll add it in there. Hey, we prophetic. All right, man. We're out of here. Take care. Bye.